Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is A-Train 9 version 4. As you can see, we're sat outside our massive manufacturing district and there's plenty of good train action going on here. And this is, I think, probably the finest part of the map so far. It's certainly one of the main areas that I've spent time in developing fully. And I think it also sets a benchmark for how I'd quite like the final product to be. Except, you know, extended around the whole of the map with a heck of a lot more stuff going on. So last time out we built the kind of core loop around this area. In case you weren't there, I'm going to send you a swift tour here. So these kind of subway-esque kind of commuter trains here are our chaps on the front line. There you go. So yeah, that's quite a nice angle. And they're running constantly, and I imagine they are costing me a little bit of cash to actually keep running. So there we go. Trains 4 through 10 on the list as you look at it here. And what are we looking at? Actually, it's not too bad. They're blowing maybe a couple of grand a day, except when they stop at the good stations. I don't mean goods stations, I mean good stations, where they actually make a little bit of profit, and that's great. As much as trains will not be, you can be forgiven for thinking the title of the game means that it's all about making profit with trains. Far from it. It's all about making profit overall, and trains are just a small part of that. The trains being profitable it might not be the main goal, but it is a good thing to have nonetheless. Anyway, today what we're going to do is we're going to develop this this circuit, this area. We're going to bring it up to speed a little in terms of actually getting some stuff built. Now, historically, what I've tended to do is let the AI do all the building for me. And all I do is ship the goods in, wait for the magic to happen. But no, in this new era, this new playthrough, I'm taking way more control over the final appearance of the game. So that means buying the buildings for myself. Myselves? How many of me are there? So first things first, let's look at what we've got so far. Now, I've made us a brief kind of startet here. We've got a medium depot. And that's receiving its goods from the factory system down here. Now, I've only got one truck running, and in fact, this factory system is now, these days, there's only one factory. But we are pretty much draining it. If I up the speed just a touch, we'll probably see if I can, if there's enough being produced to maintain throughout the day. I suspect we run dry, but we'll soon find out. And if we don't run dry during the day, we certainly will do when it gets to the weekend. So as you can see, it's delivering trucks off in multiple different directions, and that's because a lot of the original city now is on tick over. Pretty much, I'm letting the AI kind of finish off areas that have already got a fair amount of growth. And as you can see, some of these guys are actually coming back with a full load. So on a regular basis, yeah, you see, look, stop with this returning with full load. Right, I'm going to retask some of these. I was thinking I was going to set up a new line, but actually what I'm going to do, 23, where are you off to, 23? Where are you, where's your heading? You've gone somewhere. All right, I'm going to wait for it to come back, and I'm going to set it off in a different direction. Because, you know, I can wait for other lines to start to require service again. Typical that I've waited for a truck now that... There we go, he's back, and he's at pickup. Timetable time. No, I don't need to save the doodah here. Right, straight over. So this is... so the plan that I'm going to use to start with is delivering everything by truck to this first depot, and then I will run a secondary depot picking up from this one. Now, where's my goods drop-off? I suspect it's here. So let's take this right, and then we'll follow that round and drop off. Yes, there we go. Unload, please, and then you may be about your business. Take the left, and then back to base. Yep, straight over. And then you should know what you're doing from there. Reverse, 10-minute stop. Actually, let's set departure time for you. We'll go from 9 a.m. And this is just purely so that I'm not running trucks when there's no output from the factory. And we'll run through till 25 past. No, let's run till half past 7. Weekdays only. Make it so. Okay, grand. I think we'll do one more as well. And it's not going to be that guy, I think. I think that's the other guy who's going in the right direction already. Yeah, there he goes. So the idea is that what I'll do is I'll funnel goods out to this new depot to start with. No, wait, stop, come back here. Oh, I'm going to close the timetable assistant. All right, we'll take this guy. Number 4. No, you see, you're gonna go wrong at this junction. Right? No, look, we'll just really left? Yeah, left. We'll take you off piste to begin with. Actually, you can pick up from that bay. That's fine. Reverse load, and we'll stick you on departure time as well. Pretty standard fare right there. And you can go through till, yeah, so that's fine. Weekdays only, off you trot. So the hope is that we never get into a situation where we run the factory completely dry. Let's get through till morning. And then we'll escort this chap in the right direction. We'll put him on the path of wisdom. And that will then give us 3 trucks that are supplying the new area, which should do just dandy. Right, let's slow it down again. Right, turn right. And then, no, not right again. Let's go left here. Thank you. Yes, so as I was saying, the plan A is we start this depot off in a strong fashion, and I'll get some stuff being built, and then once that's kind of fully underway, we'll set up a second truck line from here out to the next station, picking up from this one. So we almost daisy chain stuff along. Now, I'm not 100% convinced that's going to be good on a profitability basis. But what it should do is keep the goods moving along so that we'll actually get some build-up happening. And I can then switch that on and off according to whether I need particular quantities of goods to develop my next award-winning structure. Stop, reverse, you're in business. Okay, right, so with those 3 trucks in operation now, we should start building up. So now let's take a quick look at the lay of the land here. Now, we've got some farms building up here, and I can't help but think that actually, given that this has just come from, and therefore, depending on which way around this circuit you're going, it's heading towards the manufacturing area, and then coming out the other way, apologies for erratic scrolling, it then heads into this kind of commercial island that we've built, which means the perfect thing for this to be is a residential area. And as you can see, we've already got some residences quite happily building themselves up. Now, do I want to build a bit more road? Probably not at the moment. What I might want to do later on is terraform some of this cliff top action here. In fact, I might not even need to. We could just, yeah, I might need to. Will this guy sit up there? Can't get to the materials. I suspect it can't reach them. All right. Well, let's get things rolling here, and because every one of these, I mean, these don't make a profit immediately. It takes them a little while before they start to get to the point where you're making any money at all out of them. But it's there's kind of a positive loop involved. Is that you will make money out of both the building itself and your train services. And as you can see, I mean, admittedly, I'm ripping along at a fair old rate here, but these trains will all make, double-digit thousands profit per day. which, you know, it's not enormous, but neither is it to be sniffed at. Right, let's put some more road in. See, I was debating it, but I've come to a decision. And that decision is, let's get some more road in here. Not that I'm necessarily going to do anything with it, but I think... come on there, heavily nuanced road building system. Give me anything. I mean, you know, you could make this work. What I don't like building is dead ends. But in this case, I'm going to. There you go. Right. No, actually, can we get a... No, that's not going to do it. There has to be some sort of telltale that indicates whether the road building project you're endeavouring to do is doomed to failure or not. It might be the handle that I go by. It doesn't mean it's something I aspire to. Right, there we go. Let's fire that across there. It gives me a bit more room to play with. All right, good. Yeah, so now I'm stuck in a waiting for goods kind of scenario, and I'm at the 1 billion mark for cash. And while I wait for this to build back up, let's just have a look and see how we're doing on a financial basis. So I got 31 million in unpaid VAT. Which month are we in? September. So the big one is going to be property tax, and property tax is increasingly expensive, and you only really start to cover it once you've got numerous buildings that are starting to generate profit. Where are my profits for the year? So I made $1 billion in profit this year. So my income tax is going to be significant. My property tax is going to be significant, which will wipe out just about all that money. The only way to make it back legitimately, assuming you're profitable in any fashion at all, the only way to make it back legitimately is to run the game for an extended period to let your balance build up. If you're not profitable after tax, the only way to do it is to abuse the stock market, and I don't think I need to tell you that that's exactly how I roll. Let's look at individual profits here while we're still waiting for our depot to recommence. So subsidiary profits overall, 415 million. And a good share of those aren't yet making the kind of cash we need. Truck facilities were at a bit of a loss, but I built some this year, so that's okay. Material factories, yeah. You either tend to do well off those or you don't. But, I mean, when we talk about it, you know, it's down 45 million. And given that I'm 400 plus million to the good on subsidiaries, I'm comfortable with this. Equally, railroad services, where are we at? 32 million profit for the year. Very nice. The facilities obviously costing me money because I built, I think, probably 4 stations this year. So it's, you know, I'm making the cash. That's the thing. The other way that you can avoid paying, let's say, tricky to manage levels of tax is to spend the money you have coming in, because that will take directly away from your profits. It is worth considering. Ooh, do we put I could put a high-rise in here. That would eat all of my resources for quite some time. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. For now, what I really want to do is just get a few apartment blocks dotted in this area. What's the problem? 50. That's what I need. What do we got here? That's 4, 8. So that's 8, that's 16. That's 32. Oh, I'm close. I'm close to 50. Let's no, actually, let's use a triangular something. I'll probably put a little bit of commercial stuff in here as well, just like a mall or a shopping area or something along those lines, because the people like it. Oh, you see, and now the AI has really caught wind of the fact that this is a heavy development area, and it's now whipping my resources almost as fast as I can deliver them. So I might need to get some more trucks retargeted to pulling stuff over. At which point I just need to be on the spot in terms of actually using those resources before they all get apprehended by the AI. That's L1. There we go. Okay, so how are we doing here? Actually, that's not going to make me any money ever, that one. What about this one? 100,000 in, 500,000 out. Well, you'll get better. I'm relatively certain. Right, let's now... So the other difficulty this area is going to have is the limited amount of space I've got available to build in, unless I do something with this chunk of mountain, and it's tricky to know what to do, because I like how imposing it is at the moment, but what it isn't is helpful. I also want to keep some of the land natural, as much as I've been working on artificial islands and that kind of approach. Maybe I work on some infill over here, because all of this will have a trickle-on effect to the station. And in fact, I want to infill both sides, really, don't I? I want to get both sides of the equation going. Let's see if I can get some road underneath this bit of bridge. The short answer is not without a fight. Go on, that's it. Yeah, take it. Excellent. It's easier than building another bit of bridge. Bridges, you need a lot of space to play with, as I'm sure those of you who watch on a regular basis will recall. Look, that bit. There we go. Just go out in a straight line over here, and then maybe hook round that corner just a touch. And the other thing that sticking road down in this fashion does is it does give some structure to how the AI actually builds. So the AI will naturally try and place along these roads to begin with. That said, you don't actually need any road at all. The game will quite happily just operate in a roadless environment. That's quite nice. I like that. Now, is there something we can do here that makes sense? See, I quite like that too. What about around this corner here? Go on, give me a glimmer of hope. There we go. It's it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it'll do. No, we're done. Let's not get carried away. So what I want here is I want another. What do I want? I want another depot. And the other thing I could do, and actually I think that's going to be the sensible move, is we'll occupy this area here with another factory. I know, there we go. Talk about changing my mind. That's what we're going to do. And then we'll stick another materials depot somewhere to assist with the infill. Stick that there. Let's get a couple of loading bays in. Now, I want you to be able to turn around, so... Actually, there's no easy way to do that. I'm going to have to build a turnaround for this one. Stick that one there, and we'll stick this one. You've rotated too far, man. There we go. Alright, okay, that's good. Let's slow proceedings down a smidge. And then a bit more road here. Where are we? Where did I put it? It's the problem with these road-based loading bays is it's sometimes a little bit tricky to see where you've left them. The more yeah, I know, I'm gonna eminent domain that field. Oh, come on, there we are. Alright, okay, so next trick is buy some trucks. Okay, let's go. Buy, please. Freight truck. Let's not mess about. Let's go with a couple of these orange chaps. In fact, let's go with 3 of them. Alright, you. Let's start out going this way. So let's place him on there, and then timetable the assistant. Okay, departure time. Given that we're working factory hours here, weekdays only, 9:10 through till about 7:30ish. Load. So again, same procedure once again, but now we've got this whacking great factory to do, and to be honest, I'm not convinced that 3 trucks is going to be enough. Why are you still waiting? Why are you not pushing off? Did I tell you to wait here for an extended amount of time? I can't rule that out. Where are we going? Right. We'll check it when we come back. And then left. And then right. I don't need to read this stuff out loud. It makes me feel more authoritarian about it. Actually, how are you picking... Where are you getting goods from? I think these trucks are dropping off here and then heading on to the next one. Oh, that's a pain. Okay, right, well... Let's unload here. Right, and then we'll take this left. There we go. Just a little bit faster, I think. Right. Straight on. And then pass through, please. And then take the turning. Right, and we're back at base. Okay, so what did I say to wait? Oh, I told it to wait for... Did I tell it to wait for? Yeah, I did tell it to wait for a very, very long time. Just wait for 5 minutes. If you would be so kind. 5 minutes. Not no minutes. 5 minutes. And then finish running. Which means that I screwed up all those other trucks I was doing at the start of the episode. Well, way to look like a professional there, man. Good job. Load up. Off shoot. Or you would do if it wasn't 11 o'clock at night. Right, let's kill the timetable assistant here. We'll copy that, paste it onto these two. Queue them up. Now, fortunately, I'm not running any buses down here. Otherwise, that could end in excitement, I'm sure. But let's... Which way are you going there, friend? Nope, you're not the one I'm interested in. What about you? 22. I don't think 22 is an interesting one either. And you? 21. No, you don't ring any bells. I think 23 and 4. There you go. There's one. Stop him. Come back here with my things. Timetable this guy's assistants. Number 5. Right, onwards. You may be about your business. Pass through this... Oh, no. Yes, no. Yes, yes. Pass through. There you go. Saved arguing with myself there. However, that will now hopefully fix the problem. We just need to fix the departure time problem and then everything is golden. Yes. Yep. Good. Yeah, pass through. Back to base. Yep. Off you go. And that one. And then... No, you've got that one right. That's fine. Although 8:40 is perchance a little late in the day. Let's set that a little earlier. Weekdays only. Good. Right. He's fine. Let's close the timetable soon. Let's copy that. Now, what did I say? 23 and 4. In fact, I'm not even certain 23 is the right one. What are you? Number 3. Looks promising. No, it's not number 3. You, sir. That's 5. That's the one that I've just done. Okay, what about you? Where are you? Ah, there's 23, which we suspected as a target. We will soon find out. We will soon find out the following... Oh, no, there you go. Yeah, it's definitely got the wrong timetable. We'll paste the new one on there. And it should be happy. You're 5, which we know is good. So where's the other one? No, missed it. Oh, they're eluding me. You, sir, 23. You're not the droids I'm looking for. Who have we got here? 4. Where are you going? You're certainly waiting for a long time, and that's a good sign. Come on, where are you going? Speak to me. Now, you're not going to set off until 9-ish if you're one of the chosen. Where are you? come back here. This was supposed to be a nice... There we go, 4. That's 1. Paste the thing onto 4, and then we're done. Right, okay, so while you are elsewhere, while you're otherwise occupied, what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to continue to expand on the build-up that we've got going on here, which is coming along quite nicely with the AI now taking things into its own hands. And equally, we definitely need more trucks. Train. Let's buy some more. Give me another. Let's just take some more of the oranges. That's it, and then we'll copy that and paste it onto here. Yeah, and the idea is that that I'll build this area up so that we can, you know, we're almost ready to move on to whatever's next. And paste that as well. Why are you all fully loaded? You shouldn't be. No, let's just make sure you're pasting the right thing this time. There we go. Right, if you're dropping off over here, I don't see how... Well, let's see where they go. There is the very distinct chance I've made this go the wrong way. And it's Saturday. Right, get through to Monday. The reason for not working weekends is because the factories don't work weekends. So the hope is I drain the factory every day, and that way we keep profits at a relatively high level, and everybody's happy. Right, here we go. Sunday, Monday morning coming up. Probably going to kick off at around 9-ish. Well, I should hope so. That was certainly my intention. There we go. Right. Off we go. Trundle, trundle, trundle. Unload. No, didn't unload. Here they come. So, are you basically just taking these goods for a nice day out? Right. Hey, cease. You. Timetable the assistant here. I'm going to get this right before I leave you. Right, good. Pull up to the bumper. Stop. Unload. Ah, pass through, unload. And it's because I told them to pass through on the way back. Well, that's unfortunate. Right, okay, good. Now, maybe we'll make a little bit of progress. Come on, get it going. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll just tell it to unload again. Not perfect, but it'll do. Right, then you get back. And then you pick up again. Yes, yes, junctions everywhere. In the comments last time around, it was suggested that it would behoove me to set routes up where only limited junctions actually existed. Why did you not pick up? Oh, what have I done this time? I'm going to get this right, and then there'll be a reckoning. Unload. Seriously, you would think if I were to just pay a little bit more attention to things that I couldn't make a mistake along these lines. Right, what are we doing? Load. Yes. Stop for 5 minutes. Well, let's stop for a little bit longer, shall we? Let's stop for 8 minutes. See how that gets us going. Weekdays, load materials. I don't see how this can't work. Obviously, this chap's got to pull through first thing in the morning. Or maybe it's treating it as stopped. Interesting. Let's see what occurs. Where are we? 3 a.m. Right, let's slow it right down. 8 a.m. And our survey says... Oh, it's almost too exciting. There we go. You picked it up this time. What's your problem? Stop giving me drama. Get back to work. Right, so I've got 5 of them running, which means it's 26 through 30. I was just looking at 28, so we'll copy that. And we'll paste it onto all of these. Alright, let's Let's see if we get some. There we go. There, so we've got some life in the thing now. All right, good. So while you're away, this is where I was hoping to be 5 minutes ago. While you're away, I will turn these goods into increasing number of buildings, some of which I'll own, but I get the sense that the AI is going to take charge of the matter here, and that should round it out for this station. Now, I may also move on and start to get this area going as well, and then over here get this finished off. In fact, look, it's got a full load there. Let's stick something exciting in there. It's a nice big expensive office building. That'll do. What do you mean I haven't got the materials? Sure, you've got the materials. There must be 62 on there. There must be more than 62 on there. That doesn't feel right to me. That's a factory. That's why it's a factory. It's not a depot. I'll turn that into a depot. We'll get stuff moving over there, and then we'll get this final area underway as well. Once that's done, we will move our attention back to the main track. So this big beast coming out here, and we'll take that off in another direction. Exactly where? Who knows? But I've got quite a lot of development I need to start thinking about in these interstitial areas, so that the other routes that I've got set up actually start to make sense. And then I can start to put together a slightly more comprehensive, a slightly more detailed timetable than the just work approach that I'm taking at the moment. So be sure to tune in for that, and to ensure that you do so, press the subscribe button. That's a thing. Also, stick a like down if you enjoyed my complete absence of getting this one right first time, and I'll be back soon. Can I find you something compelling to look at to round out the proceedings? Trains in the rain. Slow it down a bit, maybe. There you go. Trains in the rain. In fact, I don't want to be focusing on any of those chaps. Just there we go. No. Kill those off. Go away. You're spoiling what is otherwise quite a nice grey and murky screenshot here. Oh, the water looks nice. There we are. Look, that will do. I'm leaving. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheerio.
Listen.